Welcome back to the channel. I am standing behind the GTO. This episode I'm going to show you my daily driver. It's the car when you live in this part of the world and there's salt on the roads for the winter. You have to have a car that you don't really care about, but you kind of have to care about because it's the car that you rely on to get to and from work. So today I'm going to show you what my daily driver is. It's nothing special. It gives me a bit of fun, I will give it that. And yeah, should we take a look at it? There she is. It's the car that I rely on every day to get to and from work. Skoda Octavia. One hell of an ugly car. But there's plenty of room in the back. The boot is massive. And yes, it is the VRS. Very reliable shitbox. Yeah, she's not perfect. She had the wheels painted. I believe they're standard Skoda wheels. She's not perfect. She's got chips and scrapes all over the place, you know, that kind of thing. Chips out the wing, you know. Bit of damage there, but overall, she isn't a bad car. She has 171,000 miles, I think, on her. It's a diesel, turbo. Been remapped, DPF and EGR delete and all that crap, so it's relatively quick for a diesel. And she's got one other problem that we need to sort out. There's two actually. There's two problems that I need to sort out, and one of them is this. So you're driving, picture it. So you're driving down the road, and you've got this. See, it's very loose. Don't know how well that's been picked up. We'll go a little bit lower. Okay. And that's because she's held on with two self-tapping screws. I've managed to find another one. Another mirror off a blue car. It looks in better nick, but I'm sure the glass on that mirror's... What's the matter with my English? I'm sure the glass on the mirrors on the car are like a blue tint. I'm convinced. But this is not blue tint. So, and I believe that the glass just changes over. So we're going to have that. To get the mirror off, I'm going to have to take the door card off. And I've never taken the door card off. I was kind of hoping that the guy, shout out to the guy that I got this. He's probably never going to see this video, but I was kind of hoping to watch him take the mirror off to get an idea of how the door card comes off, and he just literally ripped the door card apart. So I'm going into this job blind. Could be entertaining. Let's see how we get on. After watching trusty old YouTube, because YouTube is a brilliant place to go when you're not sure, I believe that this is how you're going to get the door card off. I've taken these two little I've already done that. That's tiny little screws. Taking them off. I believe that this pops out, which that was quite easily done. And there's another screw there. Unplug that. That's the tweeter cover. And then I believe you pop from the bottom. This should pop out. Just scratched. God, that's tight. Bear with me. Ow. god. Yes, it does. Alright, now there is a bolt that's going to be hiding behind there, which is in, because I got the other bolt with the mirror, because with the mirror being so loose, I kind of thought that this bolt was missing. So I got that as a spare, but there's a bolt in there. So that goes to show that there's something amiss. So I'm going to try and take that bolt off, and I don't think I've got a bit big enough here, so got my trusty old bit. I'm going to take that bolt out and see, before I loosen the self-tapping screws, just to see what is the story. And it is moving the mirror. Self-tapping screws. Quite tight self-tapping screws. Break the get the momentum going with that one, and then cheat, because I don't like manual labour. Get too used to power tools. Lovely. And that should just pop straight off, technically. Ah, it now makes sense why the bolt wasn't actually holding it at all. If you look in there, very, very corroded, without damaging paintwork to the car as such. That's where the bolt should have held, so it's completely missing. Maybe it's being glued there, possibly. I guess we shall get it out. Now we need to get the wiring out. Push that in for now. The guy that sold me the mirror, he too battled to get that plug out. So he literally just cut the end of it straight off. Obviously I want to do this a little bit neater. Well, that was easy. What was his problem? Terrible, that. I've actually drilled holes into the blinking. Right, so that harness needs to go through that hole and then through. I need a million hands. There you go. Note to self, because new mirror is just as bad as that, so it's obviously a common fault. So note to self, do not over tighten the bolt. The guy who bought the mirror off showed me how to get the glass out, and he made it look so simple. So I'm going to try and get, before I put mirrors back, because there's definitely gotta get your fingers in there. He did something. He did something, and what did he do? That's definitely blue tint. That is definitely a blue tint. Can you see a difference? One definitely has a blue tint. It's not just my eyes, okay? Old mirror, which I can't get the mirror. I want the glass from that mirror into that mirror. So this should just... Oh my god! Should just pop out. And there's two little elements in here as well. There you go. I've just smashed it. Well, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? For fuck's sake. Oh my god. I can't have two men. That's like having two different eyes. I'm so angry with myself right now. For fuck's sake. Why did you do that? I've had this mirror off and it's come off quite easily. And that's definitely not heated. I'm busy working on the car and a strange car pulls up and it's a subscriber, you know, genuinely somebody I've never seen before in my life. It's always nice. I'm just a small time YouTuber, if you can call it that, really, because I'm not really a YouTuber. But nice. I didn't even get your name. Shout out to you. Thanks for coming to say hi. And yeah, I've got a mirror on. And it's been one of them jobs that I should have just left alone. You know, never mind. We're never going to learn if we don't try and change things around, you know. But the mirror is on, and it's sturdy-ish. I don't want to over tighten the bolt. It's the same color as the car, which is going to do my head in, because now seeing the different glass, that's like having two different color eyes and having to, you know, it's just not going to work. Hopefully this one stays on and doesn't wobble as much, and I kind of get used to the having. I don't know what that face was all about. So I'm going to keep a look at, and that I've also noticed, I thought it was a heated seat. I've got work on the brain. I thought it was a heated mirror because this had has heated mirrors. But this one isn't. It doesn't have the elements in the back. Before we get it back together, maybe I should check that mirror works. So I'm going to close the door so we can see if we can adjust this mirror. For a minute there, I thought it wasn't going to move. At least the mirror works. That's the main thing. We are now going to put the door card back on and have two different colour glass. I hope I've clipped the other glass in properly and it doesn't go flying off on the motorway. I'm starting to panic now. Okay, so I've got the door card back on and I'm just putting the finishing touches on. Like I said, just putting the finishing touches on. It's supposed to clip in, not make me look like a fool. Come on. That's better. No, it's not better because it hasn't clipped in the back. Alright. Cheers, thanks a lot. Thank you. Finally, I got it in. Whew. Job. I haven't checked. Side repeater, if that works. I don't know why the camera was pointing up to the sky, but never mind. See that it's kind of like not cloudy for a change, so we're going to put some hazards on and we're going to check said indicators. Got one working there, working there, oh, and we've got one working there. So I suppose it works. I suppose kind of fixed something but kind of broken the other thing. We're waiting on parts for that. Thanks for joining me while I kind of made my car worse. Yeah, in some respects, but better in others. Health and safety gurus. That's it for this episode. Thank you very much for joining me. And yeah, join me next time for the next job at hand on this car because this car has another fault. And here's the part for it. How bad could it go?